forced to lift that command center, has retreated to the top of his ramp, and yeah, a lot of damage done there by White Raw. White Raw doing very, very well here. Going to be able to take down a couple more supply depots, maybe stop this refinery as well. And now that shuttle coming back onto the ledge, dropping a Dragoon and a Reaver, and I think the Reaver went down. The Dragoon also goes down to fire, but so did the Siege Tank, and that shuttle is actually at risk right now as well. But he's got a couple Dragoons there. If he uses these Dragoons correctly, he can keep that shuttle alive to fight another day, and it looks like that's exactly what he's gonna do here. Not able to commence the attack any farther. It's pretty much impossible at this point with all the tanks on the ledge, but it looks like he might try to with these five Dragoons, and actually he might be trying to drop something else in the back here, and it's just gonna be Dragoon. Oh no, that Reaver didn't die. That Reaver was picked up, gets a lot of kills. That's an 8-kill Reaver. That is a 14-kill Reaver, still getting kills. Boxer not responding at all. Oh my god, this is terrible for Boxer. 17-kill Reaver. Wow, what slow reaction times from Boxer. That was epically slow. And luckily that last Scarab was a dud, but that was so slow for him. I'm astonished at that reaction speed. But another Wraith, but that Wraith is going to come in, going to pick off that shuttle, and White Raw accidentally picks up that Reaver and loses the shuttle and the Reaver in one fell blow. And that command center at the natural expansion is actually at risk here as well. And White Raw is trying to drag a mine. Awesome play by White Raw. White Raw, that was a pimp move right there by White Raw, dragging a mine into the mineral line. So Boxer right now has probably lost something close to 20 SCVs. And yeah, if this was a pro game, he'd be out of it. So unless White Raw completely loses control over his entire forces and fails miserably, he's gonna win. White Raw is in such a dominating position right now. He's got 3 bases up and running, 2 bases fully saturated, 1 base, well, the 1 base isn't all that saturated at all, the newest one. But still, he's at 3 bases, whereas Boxer's, technically he's at 2 bases, but really he's only mining off of half, maybe mining off of 1 complete base, the equivalent of. He's lost so many SCVs, so he's in a bad shape right now. It looks like Boxer actually came out with a bunch of vultures. I'm not sure where they went. Actually going to go for a vulture drop here with that dropship. And actually, I think White Raw's waiting for this. He's got 3 Dragoons waiting for this. Drops a couple of the vultures, going to place down some mines, and just to try and keep this dropship alive. But there's a lot of Dragoons around, and that dropship is being cornered and maybe taken down, although now he's moving into the main here. If White Raw has figured out where that dropship was, I think he may have lost the track of where the dropship was just through where everything else was that was going on. I think he lost track of that dropship, and a couple vultures are dropped in the main, but a couple Dragoons there are there in time. It's going to drop a couple of mines, but it's not really going to be enough. And a pylon, great pylon by White Raw, blocking that southern route that Boxer was trying to take with his vulture, so he's not really going to be able to keep that alive for much longer, and it does go down, although the mines do take down a couple of Dragoons as well. At least 1 forge is spinning. I think that second forge might have been spinning as well. And another shuttle is out, so this didn't actually get to see exactly the tech, but this could be a Templar tech here. 2 shuttles are out, so we could be seeing dual harassment here. I really hope that this is a storm coming in here, and it is going to be a Zealot bomb with another Reaver. Okay, so it's going to be another Reaver, not a storm drop here. But now he's got to be careful with that shuttle. Does not want to lose that shuttle. Comes in with another shuttle. This one's going to be 2 Dragoons, so 2 Dragoons, 2 Zealots, and a Reaver in the base here. And actually, I think he was able to pick up that Reaver again, but drops it right on a mine. Oh, that is unfortunate. That is so unfortunate for White Raw, dropping that Reaver right on top of a mine. So that was a lot of wasted resources there for White Raw, unfortunately. 1 shuttle lost, a Reaver, couple Zealots, couple Dragoons, all that goes down, killing pretty minimal amounts of units for Boxer. Boxer really didn't take too much damage, but still White Raw's on 3 bases. Boxer's probably got both bases more or less saturated at this point, and I think I saw White Raw with a lot of idle SCVs. Not positive, but I think I saw him with a bunch of idle SCVs. And he might fall into some mines here. Okay, being able to stop them just barely. And that is Artosis, and on the far right, and I don't recognize the rest of them. I'm sure some of our other viewers who follow the scene more carefully in terms of what people look like, which is just, I don't know, I've never been a huge follower of like the picture threads and things, so I don't really know what players look like too often, especially foreign players, but yeah, I'm sure that those were all other foreigners, other pseudo-dignitaries from around. And here comes another shuttle and an attack by White Raw. Gonna get some Zealot bombs in here again, and another Reaver. Jeez, so many Reavers in here, and is it gonna go down? No, he actually takes down both siege tanks with that Reaver. Great play by White Raw here. Gonna take down another siege tank with that Reaver as well. Absolutely fantabulous play right now by White Raw. Really needs to get those forces across the ramp though, and that Reaver's gonna get a ton of damage. Oh, if it goes off, and it's a done? Isn't it done? Yeah, it is going to be a done. And here comes another Reaver. Oh, huge mine! Blows up the Reaver, but takes off a ton of SCVs as well. So Boxer is losing more SCV, lost control of his natural expansion again. A ton of Dragoons there. If the Dragoons want to focus fire that command center, and Boxer actually is able to move that command center out of the way. And now it looks like we're going to see some elevation here of these Dragoons. Slash walking up the ramp, slash whatever he can do to try and get up right now. And White Ra, I think he should just sit back and deny the natural expansion right now. Spread his Dragoons out across the natural expansion, put them in a place where it's hard for Terran to really siege up from inside his base and take him down, and just stop that natural as long as living possible. And it looks like White Ra's going to do that. He's going to take his 4th base as well, still getting a lot of upgrades, still has a ton of vital SCVs. He's probably so excited right now. He's like, holy crap, I'm about to beat Boxer? How the heck am I doing this? And you can see his hands, he was going spastic. He was all out, man. White Ra was having a ton of fun here, I think, and throwing out another base here at the 4 o'clock position. He might have idle probes, but who cares? He's having the time of his life, and he might actually be able to take down the great Boxer, the legendary Boxer here. 4 Vultures coming out for Boxer, going to try and get some probe kills here. Able to kill a couple, but there are some Dragoons waiting for him, and White Ra with a good mini probe drill there as well. Able to stop that before it got too much damage. I think it only killed a couple of probes, so not much of anything. Didn't even lay down too many mines, not inside the base anyways. And another Reaver is out, as if there weren't enough Reavers before. And White Ra still denied this natural expansion. He's lost a couple Dragoons there, I think, but still denied that natural expansion. The command center floating out back in now, but he's got to be careful with that. That command center will get picked off if White Ra sees this, although there are a couple tank centers. We'll see if White Ra wanted to dedicate this, he might actually be able to take that command center, but no, he's not going to. He's not going to sacrifice his forces to do that. Although he is going to wrap around to the back of the natural again, back of the natural lines, and he's just making it so hard for Boxer to take this base, and that's just such a terrible spot for Terran. Terran really needs to get to that second base as quickly as possible, as effectively as possible. 2 more shuttles coming out. White Ra, you ridiculous man, you coming out with more shuttles, and probably I'm going to guess another Reaver, 2 Zealots, and 2 Dragoons. I don't know. It's what happened before. Why not again? And here come the shuttles. Here they come, dropping off a couple of Zealots. Where's the Reaver? There's the Reaver. Getting a Scarab off. Able to do a lot of damage to 2 tanks. If that gets another Scarab off, gets another Scarab off, taking off both of those tanks. The 3rd tank goes down. All the tanks are down again for Boxer, unless he's got something on the ledge. Forced to lift that command center yet again. And now that shuttle's going to move into the natural expansion. I think it still has the Reaver yet. And that's going to get more kills. Able to get another 3 or 4 kills there on some more SCVs. And I think if this was anyone else, this would be GG, but this Boxer in a special tournament, so he's going to stay in it, and this command center is finally going to get sniped, and is Boxer going to GG now, or is he going to stay away? I'll stay around for a little bit longer? He's going to keep staying around. I mean, if White Ra didn't have ultimate respect for Boxer, if this wasn't, like, you know, such a special event and something that I'm sure White Ra and the other foreigners are so happy to be here for, this would be a case where it's time to just start having in-game celebrations. He is that far ahead. He's getting his 5th base up and running. He can do whatever he wants. He could probably produce mass scouts at this point, probably win. He could go Cares if he wanted to. He could go just about any unit. Somehow, he would find a way right now. He could produce so many Corsairs that somehow he would win with Corsairs. That's the position he's in right now. He's going to pick off this last tank once again. And, another tank comes out, but Boxer, GG's! And White Ra with the win there. White Ra should be very, very proud of himself. Should feel very, very happy taking down the Great Boxer. So, I have no idea where he was in the group stages. I think this was a group stage game, and I believe White Ra came out of this group. Not positive about that, but hopefully I didn't ruin anything for too many people. I don't know if, how many of the games you've gotten to watch. I'll probably only do 1, maybe 2 or 3 more games from the group stages, and then I'll try and do maybe the semifinals and definitely the finals. So look forward to that. And next up, it's going to be Stork versus Hydra. So I'll be coming at you next with that.